YouTubers. Daddy-O here from Dadventure TV. So today I am not really going to be talking about an adventure as much. What you just heard was my door locking. But we're going to be talking about a piece of equipment I got to help with adventures. I am so excited. I'm also a little under the weather here, so forgive me if I start coughing. This was already opened by my son. Is a box from Amazon. So I got some new tires for my mountain bike. I've been running Country Gripper, Michelin Country Grippers. I put those on pretty shortly after I got my mountain bike because it's a cross-country hardtail, and the stock tires on it were basically pretty garbage for anything rocky or rooty, which is a lot of what I ride. So I needed some gnarlier tires, put those on. Been pretty happy with them. They're okay. They were cheaper, I think, than the ones I just ordered. But I've had them on now for about a year and a half, and the tread is starting to wear down some, in the back tire in particular. So I wanted to get something to replace them for going into the season. I'm also getting some new brakes on my bike. And we're going to take a look at the bike after a few minutes. So what I did was I ordered two Maxxis tires. I got the Maxxis Minion DHF for the front and the Maxxis Minion DHR 2 for the rear. They are really categorized as enduro or all mountain tires, but like I said, I use my hardtail way beyond probably what most hardtails are used as. I'm up in the mountains, out in western Maryland and West Virginia and places a lot, and there's a lot of rocks and things. So you need some burly, gnarly tires. So let's take a look. All right. Love that smell. 1 and 2. So here you go. This is the DHF. Let me see if I can show it to you. DHF. And this is the DHR2. So this will be the rear. Now, I recently actually ordered these for my associate at work who I ride with for his hardtail. I got his off of Maxxis' website. I think they were like 91 bucks or something a pop. The DHF is a little bit cheaper, maybe 85 or something. So I went on to Amazon and was able to get them a little bit cheaper. I think it was like 71 for one and I don't know, 75 for the other or something. So saved a little bit because I'm a Prime member. I got free shipping, so I didn't have to pay extra for that. If you're going to do that, the one thing you got to watch is make sure you get the exact tire that you want. So with the Minions, obviously first you need your size. So I have a 29er. I have 2.2s on there right now. These are 2.3. They don't make them any smaller, which is actually fine by me, because the wider the better, I think, is one of the things I'm learning as I'm riding more. And then you want to look at whether you want the 120 or the 60 TPI. I wanted the 120. The 60 is a slightly lighter tire, which you might say, well, idiot, you're riding a hardtail cross-country bike. Why wouldn't you get the lighter tire? It's not that much of it. It's like a half pound. I understand turning weight is actually a little bit of weight, extra weight on turning weight makes a bigger difference than you would think. But again, on the mountains up in with rocks and things on the trail, I wanted a harder sidewall. And what the 120 comes with, so both of them are 3C Max Terra. So I think it's the triple compound. Max Terra is the like rubber that they use. TR, tubeless ready. And then what the 120s have is this is called double down. So it's a stiffer, harder, extra layer on the sidewall to prevent punctures. And they both have it. That was the DHR2 that you were just looking at. On the DHF, you can see the same thing. 3C, what's that say? Max Terra, tubeless ready, and then the DD. So when you're looking, make sure that if you want the double down, you want that extra protection on the sidewalls, that you're getting the right tire, because sometimes on Amazon they're sort of a little mislabeled. I don't think on purpose, but some of them, that it'll say 120 TPI, and then you click on it and you get into it, and it turns out it's actually the 60 TPI tire. So, at any rate, the other thing I am stoked about is right here, baby, tubeless ready. I am going tubeless. So, I've been riding tubes. I bought the bike in 2016. It's a 2014 Trek Excalibur 9. Like I said, I very quickly took off the tires on the thing, because even in Washington, D.C., Maryland, Northern Virginia areas, the trails, as soon as you hit roots, man, those tires were garbage. So I put the other tires on pretty quickly. I went tube initially because I just am getting back into mountain biking after, oh gosh, I don't know, 15 years of laying off from it. So when I stopped in like 2000, they didn't have tubeless. I mean, it just wasn't a thing, or if it wasn't a thing I could afford at the time. So I was a little concerned, because sometimes up in the mountains I'm miles out in a place with no cell service, and I was kind of worried, like, well, what if I get a flat and I don't have a tube, and then I got to carry my bike back. But I was talking to the guy, and he kind of allayed those fears between the goop that you can put in, and then also he said you just bring a tube and stick a tube in if the goop won't hold and you get a puncture. So I'm gonna try it. Most of my riding obviously is around here. When I go out to the mountains, those are trips. So the majority of my riding, that's not a concern. It's more of the more infrequent riding is where that concern of being in the middle of nowhere and getting a puncture hits. So I'm going tubeless. I'm going to try it. I like the idea, especially with a hardtail, of being able to run at a little lower pressure, especially on the rocky trails, because, man, those things will bounce you around. Maybe a little lower pressure, give me a little better grip, a little less bounce. So that's it, going tubeless. Got the double down, the Maxxis Minion DHF for the front, DHR for the rear, 29 by 2.3. Come on out, we'll just take a look at the tread on the bike on the tire that's on the bike now. And, oops. And we'll take a look at, compare the two. So here we are. Sorry guys. So here we are, my son's bike that fell down. It's got a Specialized, if you can see it. Here, I'll turn it around for you. Yeah, Specialized, that's actually orange. Plus size tires. Just has grip shifter, a little easier for him. And you see the grip shifter, it's a little easier for him. And all hand brakes. And just a rear mech. So, here's the current tire I have. This is the, there you go, Michelin Country Gripper 2. And you can see the tread pattern has kind of alternating 2 apart, 2 together, 2 apart, 2 together in the middle. Then on the side, has pretty good lugs on the side, which I liked, but you can see here, that, oops, where is it? That one right there. I mean, there's just no tread left in some of these lugs. This is, if you want to compare the two, so there's the tread on the Maxxis. There it is on the Michelin Gripper. So, we'll see. I'm going to actually have the bike shop put them on for me, because I don't have any time. And they're doing my brakes anyway. I just ordered a pair of XT brakes. So, put them on together. So there you go, guys. If you are interested in looking yourself up with some burlier, gnarlier tires, I read everything good about this Maxxis Minions. When I slap them on and the weather clears up here and we're able to get outside again, I'll run them and give you a review after I run them. See ya.